Here's how to know if it's worth it to go back after your avoidant ex and try to reattract them, or to just call it quits. So if your ex dumped you and they are an avoidant, you've probably been through this a couple times. This might not be the first time that they've let you go, but you love this person and you're trying to figure out, is it worth it to go back through the woods again and try to reattract them again because you still love them? So is it worth another shot or what? And here's the bottom line. If your ex is doing things to convince you that they're working on their avoidant nature, their brokenness, because that's broken. If you don't want to be in a relationship, or if you can't be in a relationship because of fear, that's an element of brokenness. If they're not working on this in therapy, that's going to be a huge red flag. Now, yesterday I was on a one-on-one call with this girl, and basically her ex is an avoidant type 2, but he had done certain things to convince her that he thought she was worth it to try to fix himself. For example, stopping drinking, right? He was an alcoholic and he stopped drinking. This is a good gesture to show her that, this guy's an avoidant. Yeah, it's a tendency that, needs to be fixed, but he's willing to work on himself. A lot of times I talk to people and I say, look, if your partner's an avoidant, they've let you go a couple times and you can see this tendency and they're not doing anything to fix it and they won't even acknowledge it to begin with, okay? That's a problem. But in a case like this girl's situation, you can already see where he's starting to take major action in his life to fix it, even if he is an avoidant, and then she can hang on to, a ray of hope because he's already demonstrated a willingness. And I think that's the thing you need to consider when you're thinking about going back to an avoidant ex or trying to reattract them. Now, some of you are scared because you know that, you want to go after your avoidant ex, but you're not so sure if no contact is the way to go, because if they're avoidant and you're not talking to them, how are they going to come talk to you? And for you people, what you need to understand, what you need to understand is that just because your ex is an avoidant doesn't mean that they avoid talking to you altogether. If they need time and space after the breakup or whatever, it's not as though they won't come back. Okay, because the driving force in this situation is the fact that they're missing you while you're gone. It doesn't mean that they never think about you just because they're an avoidant. Avoidants want love, and they actually love you, but they're also scared at the same time of the intimacy. So it's like if you wanted a pet spider, but you were scared to hold it, that kind of thing. But yes, no contact does work on avoidance as well, in case you were wondering. Anyhow, if you want to tell me about your situation, kind of figure out what the next steps forward are, click on my profile, then click on this link right here and choose one of these options to work with me, and I'd love to talk to you soon.